divine smile. I am an apprenticed wizard, not a pack mule. Oh, very well, but make it quick. Lead on. What do you need? You lead, I'll follow.
Sky, guard you.
You misunderstand our authority.
I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without... Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General, we will see if they still remember us. Sky above, voice within.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brother.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Spare a coin for... Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you. But...
Aldrich won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great
Only the
deal of
foolish
pressure
or the
on White
courageous
One.
approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Destined for the chopping block if a fair. I'm always looking for it. So long and what? Speak with Galmar. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens. I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, but the political... I can't afford to appear. Alduin. Even Tullius may be forced. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance
he's
to
not
let
with
Skyrim
us,
with his tail
he's
between
against
his
us.
legs. He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
Do you think I need to say?
You should see me when you get bored, stranger. You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? My sister Deja and I are treasure. We just take what... We haven't... The Solitude Lighthouse will be... What an... Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks after.
Be careful.
I could certainly direct them to that loot. It would be best if we spoke little.
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricca. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing... The Greybeards. What? Why, there's nothing to discuss. They are getting to be a... My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend... you may have a point. It's getting difficult. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Yes, fine.
I'm telling
I'll come
you,
to this Greybeard
Ulfric's
Council.
planning an attack on
For all
Whiterun.
the good. He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my...
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar, and can you believe it? Both Ulfric, Stormcloak, and General Tullius have agreed to go.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. But regret... Take your seat at the council table. And let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here.
We should get started. Alduin is only getting stronger. We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? The hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
We should get started. Alduin is only getting stronger.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Diplomat.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. She walks or I do. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know. It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons. She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
We're here to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does...
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough! First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank. You heard what she said, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn. As for you, General Tullius.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war, but regrets. Take your seat at the council table.
Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You're not welcome here.
And so we meet again. But this time I know who and what you really are.
If you can arrange an end to the fighting, Dragon's Reach is at your disposal.
Is everyone here? Let's get this started.
I'm here because it's required of me. But there's nothing to be gained by talking to that murderer.
I'm glad I finally got a chance to see this place.
I never thought I'd ever willingly stand in the same room with Tullius again. At least not without a weapon in my hand.
When has any good ever come from talking to the Empire?
Dragonborn? Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Diplomatic as usual.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't. It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to
We're here
resist.
to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely
What would the
out of
Empire want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. In exchange for Markarth, Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well-fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric. Not enough to outweigh the loss of Mark. Fair enough. I was hoping you could... Winterhold would allow us to directly threaten the rebel supply lines. Better than nothing, I suppose. But Ulfric will need to offer a lot more if he wants me to give up Markarth without a fight.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk of good faith.
I don't blame you, Dragonborn. You made the best of a bad situation. But I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it have to do with
you. I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Damn Imperial arrogance.
Let's hear it.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for
This
your
is our
butchery
homeland, Tullius. All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
You've been even-handed so far. What do you say to our demand? I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty, and I would be recalled.
Shore's bones. Where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want the Pale returned to Imperial control. The traitor Skull the Elder will be replaced with a more loyal candidate.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I knew I could count on you. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. Ulfric will allow Imperial troops to enter Winterhold. Courier will replace Kraldar as Jarl. The Pale will be turned over to the Empire. Brinna Merilis will assume the Jarlship in Dawnstar. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my
I'm
part.
afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is. He's a dragon. Not just any dragon, but the Blades have been hunting him for... Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort. I anticipated them, and unguessed cross-referencing this with... by calling the dragon with a voice. He's not compelled to. Your voice in particular, I think it's very likely that... Oda Ving. Winged
Just say the word,
Snowhunter.
and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked
As soon as
that
I get back to
detail,
Whiterun,
have you?
I'll get my men ready.
I believe I can be of help here.
These terms are satisfactory to my government.
But I don't
The
trust
truce is
Ulfric.
unlikely to last long.
As soon as I get back to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready.
That could have gone worse. Now it's up to you to deliver.
Do the right
Need
thing.
something?
We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead. Make your choice, Dragonborn. Here's the big picture. He helped... We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
Divine smile on you, friend.
That could have gone worse.
Did you
Now
need
it's up to
something?
you to deliver.
Justice can be harsh. Parthenax was the author of many atrocities. True, he turned traitor to Alduin and helped... Whether or not he has truly repented or merely acted to save himself, justice demands that he...
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. May the gods watch over your back. As I promised, my men stand ready. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands. You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah? Let's do this. Summon this dragon of yours.
Good! Ading!
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
Good! Ading!
strong. Your Thuum is strong, Overkin, but not strong enough. You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. Many of us have begun to question, among ourselves, of course. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to his door to Mindoran pa ok midove navara to Ulost ofan Hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, serve you? Croesus, only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the weight. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Indeed, or in Britbro, I cannot leave here until you defeat Alduin, which you cannot do without my help. You have reconsidered my offer, Onikan Kron? You will release me, Roland, if in return I promise to take you to Skaldafen and stop helping Alduin? Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize and free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafen.
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Farengar, very bad idea. Even for you.
Surely you would use scale, or a small amount of blood.
May, what are you doing back there?
Something to... You sure about that? You want... Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Was nu, dini dein Ruthi Astman. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Zuk Brit Oth, I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your Amativ Mubokotin Stinselok. This is as far as I can take you. Grifboth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way. Near Giant's Gap, in the gloom before dawn, then we stood and fought. But I never knew if Night's End brought victory. Alduin, his hunger insatiable. Can you lead the way to where Shore's hall waits, beckoning us all? I saw it. Shore, hurry, before Alduin your life devours. Beware, the World Eater waits within the mist.
Yo, show it!
No escape. She's useless. There is no escape. Courage is useless. Do you know the way? There is no escape. Courage is useless.
What brings you, Wayfarer Gray? To wander here in Sovngarde? A fateful errand. No, but Shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep counsel. No shade are you, as usual. By what right do you request entry? Ah. It's been too... living or dead. By decree of Shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test.
No! Show it!
Shore's fit. You fought well. Find you worthy. It is long since one of the living has entered here. Shore's favor follows.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hekon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim. The three await your word to loose their fury.
Far you've traveled. Your trials
Seek ye food or song unending?
Sovngarde,
Fighting, drinking?
By Shore's command, we curb our wrath. And so we feast and sing.
Shore's high seat stands empty. His mien is too bright for mortal eyes.
For 100 lifetimes,
Alduin's
my
doom
heart has
is now
burned
ours
for
to
revenge on
Just speak the
Alduin
word,
too
and with high
long
hearts,
delayed.
You'll hasten forth to smite the worm wherever he lurks.
The
Why
endless
does
wait
Shore forbid us
gives
to
way
face
to
Alduin?
battle.
Let us
I
counsel
fear no
together
world.
before battle
World
is
eater.
blinded.
Take your ease. Let troubles fade.
More than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We must drive away his unending, shouting fighting, together, drinking, and then fellowship and boasting in desperate find welcome here, black winged walls.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war, our wills undaunted.
Alduin escaped us long ago. Today we take our well-tempered revenge.
For 100 lifetimes, my heart has burned for revenge on Alduin too long delayed.
The endless wait gives way to battle. Alduin's doom, his death or ours.
We cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Look!
Find our shouts! Again!
Look!
Parkour!
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
His power crumbles. Do not pause for breath.
Look!
The endless wait gives way to battle. No escape this time, foul worm.
join.
All heads!
Dragonborn, hail her with great praise. I'll look for you, friend, when at last you return to Shaw's Hall. The honor will be ours when you rejoin the ranks of Sovngarde.
Even here, where heroes throng, few can match this mighty deed. What glory! The gods themselves must envy us this well-earned honor.
Our ancient debt for Alduin's reprieve is now repaid.
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back. Return now to Nirn, with this rich boon from Shor, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
No!
Surut fur Kanaran.
So, it is done. Alduin Dilon, the eldest, is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been. Happy? No, I am not happy. Zehmahi lost Undul Bormahu. Alduin was once the crown of our father Akatosh's creation. You did what was necessary. Alduin had flown far from the path of right action in his Pachlok, in the arrogance of his power. But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zutiraz Ach Ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same. Indeed, you saw more clearly than I. Certainly more clearly than Alduin. Roch Funta Korav. Perhaps now you have some insight into the forces that shape the Benesetid, the currents of time. Perhaps you begin to see the world as a Dova. But I forget myself. You have won a mighty victory. Savor your triumph. Goran, I feel younger than I have in many an age. Many are now scattered across Kizal. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet bow to the Vazen, brightness of my Thum. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
Wow. As for myself, you've proven your mastery to Zu Odav.
Divine smile on you, friend. You lead, I'll follow.
We heard the news from Whiterun that you left the city on the back of a dragon. That's a little showy, even for you. Since you're still alive, I assume you have good news to report. Gods above, that's better. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead. Dragons out of legend. Sovngarde. Make your choice, Dragonborn. Here's the big... We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his
You've
old
done
master.
it. Just as the prophecy said. I knew you could do it. I believed in you, and yet I still didn't think I'd live to see this day. Thank you. Thank you, Dragonborn. You've done a great service for us all.
There's still the matter.
Did you say
Parthenax.
justice
I'm
can
not
be
ungrateful for what you've
Parthenax?
done.
True.
Esbern
Whether or not she has justice
But our
can
oath
be
as
harsh.
blades bind.
But it is. Till
Parthenax
justice.
must
Parthenax deserves.
No excuse.
I'm afraid she's right. I'm deeply sorry that this has happened.
Huh? I owe a great deal of I was able to... I borrowed... Now Sapphire wants her... You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty...
Yeah? Look, this is really simple. Oh, tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into
All
each
right,
other again.
I'll entertain you a bit more. Go. If I have to... It's under your feet, lass. Just follow the smell.
I've never seen Mule.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone. Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning. All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint. Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone. Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning. All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint. Fresh meats and produce. Get vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning. All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint. All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint. Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Any luck with Fine. I don't know what to... Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came.
Please help me. I'm going to lose my job at the Riften Fishery. I really need your... My job at the Riften Fishery isn't... If you could give me a healing potion. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you've given me.
Trees. Look beautiful here. Reminds me of autumn at home.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
You gonna buy some? Take a look. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
Greetings. I do. Only trust. Would you be interested in Thank you. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next... Take a look. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Well, I have all trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Until next time.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A note from someone named Calselmo in Markarth. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Be careful!
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Grelid.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you...
It's Grelid. I can't...
Huh?
Give it up, Brynjolf. Those days are over.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. So, now that they are... I want you to explain... Kirava, do this right, and I can... Honestly, a word of warning, though. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
What do you want? With the room, I'm not that foolish. Look, I'm only Kirab. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought.
Sorry, I'm
If you'll
afraid I
excuse
can't
me,
help you
I
much
have
right
other
now.
Here for a room or something? No, and I never... Please, my friend. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him
look
he'll
like you
have
could
no
use a
more
drink.
trouble from me.
What do you say to some cheap meat? I'm selling the best meat in... Nothing but... Best of all... Here you go. Oh,
Yeah,
keep
what
it
do you
quiet.
want?
This
What
stuff
is
isn't
Mara?
exactly
Here you
easy
are.
to get a hold
Good
of
luck.
at these prices.
Mara bless
if
you.
Catch me drift.
May you return to her benevolence. in
Fancy
safety.
yourself the adventuring
I
type,
presume.
eh?
Of course.
just as
Anyone
well.
make...
I doubt
You
your
do well
combat
to remember
prowess
that
would
the
prove
next time you
valuable
make
in a
such
real
a
battle
stupid
anyway.
observation.
You lost?
Please, don't take the... Not late. I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it.
It is our most favored company. Look, I don't think I should... Okay. I get my skooma. You can't get inside. When I meet Sarthis there, he's usually waiting for me outside with his bodyguard.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, my lady. That
Welcome to
unpleasantness
Riften,
at
Trav.
Helgen supposedly
Yeah,
involved a dragon.
unfortunately, we're
It
certain
killed several soldiers
However,
before it
if you
departed.
take care of... Excellent. See if you can drop in on this dealer of poison and convince him to close down his operation permanently. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. As one of our... Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence. I want you to speak to the city guard.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep.
Make sure there's a contingency plan
I'd hardly...
in effect in case
In
Riften
fact,
falls under
I wouldn't
attack.
say they were a threat.
Good
Yes,
journey
my
to
lady.
you.
I've also taken the
As
liberty
Jarl
of
Layla's
carrying
house
a
guard,
private
I would ask
carriage
that you maintain a respectable
just in
distance
case.
from her at all times.
You're welcome in Riften.